Alright, so we're going to finish up our assignment. Now, pretend that this one is completely finished. And what we're going to do is, after you've done your color adjustments, your shadows, whatever else, so on, the last part is just putting a little title in here. So depending on your specific image, you want to find like a good spot to do that. You don't want to obscure the stuff that you have. So I'm going to show a couple different ways that you can do this. Okay, so number one, down here, I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to say PhotoCollageFinal. There it is. And obviously pick a good font. That was something I was using for a different project. I like that one. And where's my characters? There we go. I got some other settings here that I was playing with for, again, another assignment. And maybe I'll do small caps. Cool. And then pick a right color. Maybe I'll go something like this. And then maybe a little drop shadow. Every time. They keep moving things around in this program. Little drop shadow. Size. It's new to Photoshop that it's remembering where all this stuff is at, like where the last time you used it. The problem is that every image is different, so sometimes it drops it in like a really weird spot. Alright, so we want to have the title of whatever it is we were doing. And now that I'm seeing that with the drop shadow on here, I'm really not liking, the small caps. Maybe all caps would be good. Let's try it without. Yeah, all caps is going to be better than small caps. So I can shrink this down just a bit. I want it to be readable, obviously. Make sure it fits in a good spot. And then underneath this, you're just going to do in smaller font. Basically just like a little blurb, like if someone didn't know anything about this, what it would be. So a novel about robots rising up and taking over humanity. And I gotta shrink my font down some more to get that to fit. I can even change my font a bit. There we go. Also make this left justified. That's cool. Alright, so I like the way that looks. I'll add a little bit of a drop shadow to this. And instead of it being black, I could always go with something that's white. And then change this not darken, but to screen. There we go. So you can see it just makes it pop a little bit better having that on there. I could have also added a glow, so that would have been a nice way to do that too. So that's one way you could do it. And the nice thing is, we don't shrink our image or anything. Now let's say we want to do this a different way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my final image and I'm just going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to hit Control E to flatten it. Okay, so this is just a good way to flatten everything into one single image. And then I'm going to hit Control T on it. I just duplicate it first because you don't want to ruin it. Now if I hit Control T, because I had stuff outside, you'll see that there's stuff outside. So what I want to do is marquee. There we go. Then hit Control T, and then I'm just going to shrink this down. So something like, oops, come on, baby, like that. There we go. So I leave a little bit of white. Oops, what did I do there? I don't know what I did. A little bit of white up top, just so we have a little bit of border. And then what I could do is then just take my text and then just put that down here. Okay, so there's another way you can kind of show it. Obviously this way is a little bit, the image is a little bit smaller, but still you get the idea of what's happening there. But this way, people can see what it is. Double check your spelling to a novel about robots rising up. I probably don't want to use my all caps on that. No, it looks good like that. We'll leave it. And also, since I'm on white now, my drop shadow should probably be black. So I'll change this back to black. And remember, you can pick other colors too. I don't have to go with black or blue. I can go with another color. There we go. Cool. Alright. So then I would save this, turn it in, right? And there we go. Our image is finito. Make sure you save this as your name _ final photo collage and put it into the appropriate final photo collage folder. Okay? So that's how you're going to finish up this specific assignment.